Hello.
Happy 420 to everybody. Happy
Yes.
420.
Happy 420.
If you don't indulge, then I feel bad for you, but I'm like four gummies deep. We're gonna see how
Interesting.
we'll see how this podcast goes. Expecting an
Yeah.
early night sleep today.
Wow. Wow.
What you doing so far today?
Well, I went to work and then left work early
Mm.
because I
Well,
wasn't feeling good.
you wasn't feeling good.
Yeah,
That's what you told him?
that was the truth.
Okay. I
And
respect it.
then came home, took a nap, ate, and then cleaned.
That sounds like a boring ass day. How was the rest of your week though?
Yeah, it was pretty straight. I just vibed and worked really all week. It was very boring actually, but very relaxing for me.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
What about your week?
Uh First week back after the vacation is literally the fucking worst.
It is.
Like,
Is
especially
that
when you've been
the
off for
reality?
like 5 days, like you've been out of the country, out of everything, no stress, no drama, just living your best life, and then you come back to just work. That should be the worst. I mean, the positive is it was a short work week.
Mm-hmm.
You got 2, 3 days, but like the adjustment back to like society be like it really makes you question like why the fuck do we work like that's where you be on vacation is wondering all this shit like damn I could have a house out here like
Mm-hmm.
why am I living in the states and then you realize real quickly once you touch back down in the states like damn they poor like shit like
Mm-hmm.
so I mean this week has been cool just reacclimating back into regular society regular everyday life.
Okay.
um
How was your trip?
it was great. I have no complaints. It was great. I loved Colombia. Um, Highly recommend it to everybody. A fun trip. I mean, that was my first like international trip where I wasn't like on a cruise or I didn't have to take like a ferry to like Jamaica or anywhere like that.
Mm.
Not Jamaica,
Okay.
the Bahamas or anything like that. Um, but yeah, so that was really cool. Like that was my first time ever flying somewhere, like with my passport. So that was a really dope experience. Um, Before we get started though, I do want to say it is fucked up how hard it is to get a fucking passport.
I had a
Like
feeling you were gonna bring it up.
it is so crazy. That
Why do you think it's
expedite,
so hard?
I have no fucking idea. I really don't feel like they want niggas to travel. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like in our reality, like it is it's like something you don't really think about. And when I really started noticing this was when I went to my trip in Miami. Right,
Mm-hmm.
my company is a Canadian-based company, so I was talking to a lot of the people, and they all had they was saying why they come to the states because a lot of Americans don't have their passports. And I just kept thinking like, I wonder why it is, and it's like everywhere else is so close to another country that
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like second nature. Like they just get that regularly. They get it as a kid. They renew it. It's really simple to get. It's not some elongated ass process. But for
Mm-hmm.
some reason in America, we make it so difficult to get a little fucking book. And it's so wild to me. It's a book with some pieces of paper in it. It ain't nothing crazy. It's nothing fancy. I don't get why for a regular driver's license, right, to drive a vehicle and potentially hurt somebody, you fucking pay like what? It's like $30 to replace, $35 to replace, maybe sixty
Mm-hmm.
dollars the first time you get one. To get a passport card to go on a cruise, you pay like 30 some dollars. You want to expedite, it's like 60 something dollars, maybe 70. To get a fucking passport, it's like 200 and something dollars. And then if you get it your first time, it's like 250. It's like who did this math and where do we quantify like how much it is to
It
travel
doesn't
to
make
other
any
it
sense.
don't even make sense. So especially when you really dealing with let's say for example you found out you want to go on a trip probably three months beforehand, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you need to get your shit renewed or you need to get your passport in. You scared as
Mm-hmm.
fuck right now because it's like you don't know if it take a longer time period, shorter time period. You got no fucking idea. And
That's
you
wild.
don't want to trust the expedite shit. So what I end up doing, I took my ass to Miami. Took my ass to Miami. Made that appointment. So if your flight, this is a low game for everybody. They need a quick passport, and they within 14 days of their flight, you blow up their phone. They're gonna have some appointment ready for you. Cause every day they open from 7 to 2. They're gonna have some slot
Mm-hmm.
open. Some slot open. You take whatever slot. Now you within that 14-day window, what you can do is you can get your appointment. You get all your forms filled out. You bring it to them. You're gonna have to wait a little minute. Now you might get there, 7, 8. They gonna have your shit done by 1:10, 1:20, and then you thug it out that one day and you good to go. That's what I did. That's what I saw a lot of people doing. I think that's the easiest way, in my
That's the
opinion,
quickest
where
way.
you're not really relying on other people. You're not
Mm.
relying on hopefully it comes in 3, 4 weeks, or hopefully it comes in 5 to 6 weeks. And it's like, yeah, I don't trust none of that mailing system. I'd rather go there, sit there, get that shit in hand, pay a little extra bread, and be out.
Mhm.
So I would recommend that to everybody.
Did you have to have proof that you were like you had a trip within a 14
Yeah,
days?
yeah, definitely. Oh, you gotta show that shit off real. Like, yeah, ain't no way around that. You gotta show them that. Like, you gotta have it printed out. So
Mm.
yeah, that's the only catch. They definitely check that shit. Like,
Yikes.
so that's the only thing. But overall, great trip, my boys. I just celebrated with my homeboy. So great overall trip. No complaints in my book. Just looking forward to my next one, which will be in Puerto Rico in a couple weeks for my birthday.
Ooh, purr, turn up.
So just looking forward to that. Just travel more. I think everybody should really travel. I think that shit brings true happiness, true surreal happiness to anybody who just travels and gets the fuck away from their own environment sometimes. It's
Mm-hmm.
a good escape. I mean, shit. I mean, I don't know how much traveling I'm gonna be doing lately because now my job just told me today that my schedule's fucking changing. So we'll see how much.
Oh, very
Um,
interesting. I wonder how that's going to be for you.
yeah, we should. Yeah, we'll see. A lot of things, but overall though, great trip. This week has been kind of. It's like when you're coming off a high. It's like that coming down is like.
That's the worst.
So it's like damn. It's like I just had a great 5 days, and then you come back and you're like, it's cool. You back, you reacclimated, you ain't spending as much money. But you
Hmm.
also like, damn, that shit was kind of fly. Shit was kind of nice. So
Why my life can't be like this every day?
I definitely feel that. I definitely feel that every fucking day. But we done a lot of talking. Let's go ahead and intro this pod. My name is Mayhem. This is Vanilla, and we are without our two other co-hosts, but we should be having one hopefully popping in. So without further ado, Vibe Society.
Yeah, baby.
And we are back. So, let's get into this first topic. Because I've talked about this before, which is so funny when I first saw it. I was
We're
like,
not going to shout out nobody. Like, come on,
come on,
man.
hey, I ain't got to drink. You ain't got to drink. Hey,
Okay, well, I'll shout
bring
them
it out.
out.
There
First
you
of all,
go.
shout out to C Media for keeping things
Hey,
moving.
we can't.
Second,
We gonna act like it floated across the screen.
we.
I can let that joint float right across the screen.
Also, we want to give a shout out to Mix Masters supplying the drinks.
Let me see.
We didn't get none this week.
Let me see if I can get jiggy with it. Hold up.
Oh, look at this C Media. Woo!
Let me see it one more time for the one time. Let me see.
Yep, then we got the Mix Masters. Yes, yes, yes.
What
We
flavor is
didn't get
that?
none. I forgot, but it's good as hell.
I'm like light blue. It's a new.
Yeah.
That's a new joint.
Yeah, I made sure I kept this one for myself. You have lemon drop in the fridge.
Appreciate it.
I couldn't grab no drinks for this week because I wasn't feeling good, so I didn't stop by and get the drinks for this week. But I'll get more
Get
next
on
week.
top.
And
Get on top of it, please.
pick your own drink up. How about that?
Without further ado, we will get into the first topic. I'm really curious on who first made up this topic, but
Who you think made it up?
how many holes does a straw have? Now, I know it's one for a fact, but I argued day and night with someone who claimed it was two. So don't tell me you're one of those two
Ooh.
people.
No, I do believe that it's one. But I purposely played devil advocate with a lot of people and argued too, just to piss people off.
Because, like, I do get what they're saying. It's like a hole. Because most holes don't have, like a, like, uh, actually, no, I'll take it back. I was going to
It's
say
literally
something.
it's one hole with
Yeah.
two openings.
Yeah, because I was gonna even gonna say like, oh, if you get, because even if you got shot, right? I'm just going to the
Hmm.
most extreme case I can think of. If you get shot, you're not gonna say, oh, you know, two bullet holes. You're gonna say, oh, no, you got a bullet hole, and it just went out the back, whatever. Like, it's
Right.
still one
That's just
hole.
like a
It's
donut has
true.
a one hole.
Yeah, I think the fact that the straw is so long that like people don't actually like think about it in that context.
They
This shit
don't.
long as fuck, which is the only reason I would give to them. Is like,
But so then I brought up the fact that, because my friend was like, it's just one hole with two openings. I was like, okay, but what about a hole in the ground? There's no opening on two ends of that. I don't like, how do you,
as far as you know,
as far as I know. But I was like, there's a hole in the ground. And then he was like, I was like, okay, what about a cup? He's like, a cup doesn't have a hole. There's no hole in a cup. He's like, it's just an opening. And I was like, okay.
that's a solid one. Yeah, I guess there's a distinction between holes and openings.
Hmm. But I agree with him on everything. It's just I want to piss him off.
Yeah, I was really thinking about that. I ain't gonna lie though, when I first saw this shit, I was like, oh, it's one. And I was confident with one, but then people start being like, they can use like certain like things. I'm like, you start thinking like, am I right?
It's two holes because there's one on this side and there's one on this side. And you can enter towards it.
It's a solid argument. I'm not gonna lie. It's a very solid argument. I just had no idea what the fuck it.
I feel like it's one of those questions that
Motherfuckers on 420X? Yeah, I know.
that and also it shows your perspective of things. Just like when people ask if the glass is half empty or half full type of thing.
It's the same thing. It's not the
It's
fucking same thing at all. That
not,
is
but
so much
it
not the same thing. It's crazy that you compared
I
it.
don't know, but like I know it's not, but it still gives me that type of vibe for some
Yo,
reason.
you took some
Like, oh,
philosophical
you're a
quote
bitch
to.
who sees a straw as two holes. You different. I don't like you.
You know what it reminds me of? A better comparison would be that, you know, that dress that was like,
Oh my god,
is
that
it
white and
gold?
gold.
Is it gold or is
Oh,
it blue? This is what that shit is. Some dumb shit for the internet that motherfuckers want to disagree on. That's like what this shit is.
it's the fact that it just depends on the lighting for that dress because it was both. Depending on the lighting. Like I literally saw it and I was just like, wait, I just saw both. What's going on? Maybe my eyes are fucked up. Maybe I need my
Maybe,
eyes
yeah,
checked.
maybe you just need your eyes checked. Cause I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I just didn't even try to even pay attention to it. I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna ignore this shit. Whatever I see, I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't.
So somebody gave me the response that a straw does not have any holes.
What the fuck does that happen? What the fuck was the explanation?
I didn't even let them explain. I said, "Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear it." Like
Niggas trying to
you're
get
dumb.
too deep about straws. Like, we're not
You're
gonna do
dumb.
that.
You're stupid. They said maybe it's just it's. No, I don't want to hear nothing you're
Niggas
about to
on some
say.
type of crazy shroom talking about, oh,
It had to be. It had to be.
the whole is a
That,
concept. Basically.
that is that is the only thing that makes sense. Honestly,
A whole
Let
other
me
fucking
see.
concept. Go ahead, pull this shit out. I want to see.
Did anyone? Oh, somebody actually said it has 2 holes on Instagram.
Well, don't say their name. You know.
I didn't say that. You know, if you actually Google it, Google will tell you that it has 1 hole.
Some AI shit. Watch out.
Just saying.
Some AI shit.
Just saying. And they even bring up comparing it to a donut.
The donut was a good. I haven't even thought about the donut shit. The donut was definitely a good fucking. Donut was definitely a good example. I'll definitely
Yeah.
give you that.
Definitely was. I got that from Google.
Not original. Good to know.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. I didn't think about it.
Perfect.
Which was funny because when I was Googling it, I was eating a donut.
Wow. I mean, kind of telling yourself now, but okay. Moving on to topic number 2. I like how this. Boop, boop, boop. All right. Florida new abortion. Wow, way to get really dark really quick. Okay. Florida new
Yeah.
abortion law. How do we feel about it? You can go ahead. We'll let the woman take the lead.
Wow, really? You just gonna put that on my plate like that?
So what
I
is it now? You
mean,
now have what, like 6 weeks, right?
what?
Isn't that what it is? Like you got like 6 weeks.
15. Isn't it 15?
Hell
It's
no.
15
You
if I'm not
don't.
mistaken.
You are mistaken. I'll tell you this.
Child,
You
listen.
you are mistaken. You got 6 weeks starting July 1st. Starting July 1st. You got 6 weeks.
Gosh.
After that 6 weeks is done, you're keeping that baby.
I was the part that like was brought to my attention is how like they'll allow you to get an abortion if you've been raped, but you have to show
Show
proof.
proof? Yo, I saw yo.
You
And I'm not
have to
even
show
laughing out of
proof.
like comedy. It's so fucking wild to think that you gotta show proof to show you've been raped. Like you
And
gotta have a
yeah,
nigga's
like
signature. You supposed to what? Take a photo ID of him. Like, hey sir, can you please write an affidavit? Like, can
you
you
have to
like?
have a police report, medical report, or like it was 2 other things they listed that you can show as proof. But I was just in awe. I was just like,
Things that
wow,
don't accurately depict anything
really?
anyway. Like if that's like it's so crazy. Like
Exactly.
it's so wild. We live in a crazy
The
ass
fact that
state.
you have to, yes, we do. We really do. At first, it didn't matter if you got raped or anything like that. If you
Yeah,
pregnant,
they got
you're
too much
pregnant.
pushback
If
on
you
that,
haven't
which
the
I do
baby.
feel them. It's kind of crazy to say, "Oh, you've been molested and raped, and you got to keep the baby." Like it sounds fucking ludicrous. But it even sounds even crazier the
Yeah, it
loopholes
does.
you got to jump through. But I get it sounds bad to say, but I do get
It's the fact.
the it's just a continuation of the original law in itself, you know. So it's almost
Mhm.
like they had to essentially create that, or past the 6 weeks, everybody and their moms would be like, "Oh, I got raped." And if you don't have to show proof, then you just get off.
Then,
So I do
yeah,
understand it. I just think the whole totality of it is fucking ridiculous.
it's
It absolutely makes
crazy.
no fucking sense whatsoever to why you would ever even impede on a woman's privacy enough to fucking even expect her to jump through these loopholes. Like,
It's the fact that it's a lot of women out here that get raped and they don't even say
say
anything
anything.
about it.
So you're like forcing somebody to be like,
Like,
oh, jump outside your comfort zone, potentially, ruin your career, potentially, be harmed. Like, we're gonna force you to like put yourselves in harm's way just because we want to police when and when you should not um, have an abortion, which should
and
100%
it's
be the woman's responsibility to
yeah,
make.
and it's crazy how often like rape actually happens and you don't even know it. Like,
Yeah, and you think about it back and you're like, oh
eh,
shit, that should happen. But more times
yeah.
than not, it's like like even the 6 weeks, right?
Hmm.
That means you get like one missed period and 2 extra weeks.
Yep.
And it's like
And hold on, and that's not even fair to a woman like me because like I'm a regular, so
You
I
fuck
skip
around, think that
months.
shit. You fuck around, think that shit coming. All of a sudden, it's like, bam,
And get like,
belly.
dang, the women in my family just out of luck because all the women in my family found out they were pregnant when they were around like 4 or 5 months.
Well, I mean, one, there were. I mean, if you were born at at that point, y'all look crazy already. But if y'all born at that point, y'all a little different anyway. Y'all taking extra measurements that might be a little illegal, but overall, I
That's
don't know. I just think it's kind of crazy. I did see, however, one good thing that I did see from this stupid ass government that we have here in Florida is that
mm-hmm.
they're introducing the death penalty for like child abusers and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
but even that's a little bit controversial, right? Because like
Mm-hmm.
sex offenders and things like that. It's like if you're 18, you're dealing with somebody who's 16, or you're 18 dealing with somebody 17. It's like that's when it gets tricky, right? And it's like,
But that's isn't that when like the Romeo and Juliet law can come in?
what the fuck, Romeo? You just made this shit up?
No, there was some
Yo,
law
you
about
just.
that. I
I
could have
swear,
sworn like
yo, you be,
I never looked it
yo,
up, but
I swear
people
you.
talk about it all the time. Like I
Romeo and
swear to God,
Juliet. I
I'm
know.
gonna look. I'm gonna,
Yo, please, they just sound
no, because
ridiculous.
I'm not tripping. I'm not
Romeo and
tripping. Like
Juliet law, yo. We're gonna give you like $1
I
million
heard
for
my
that.
teacher talk about this. That's how I know.
Romeo and Juliet law. What is the gist of it? What, you gotta be within a certain age or some shit like that?
Like it's if like there's an age gap between the two, as long as like there's consent from
I get what
the
you're saying.
minor's parents and stuff like that, then it's okay and it
Yeah,
can't
but
be
that usually, how many
considered.
times you seen that happen? How many times you seen that happen? Very rarely.
Exactly.
That shit is. Who the fuck giving they daughter permission to get fucked? Like, I don't know where they do that at, but not where I've
Yikes.
been at. I'll say that. Cause I don't know where the fuck.
Hey, I
Where the
mean,
fuck your mom's like, yeah. She can go get fucked. Yeah, it's cool. Get as much dick as you want inside this house. Only this house.
wow.
Hell no.
It's wild.
I was like, ain't no fucking way.
Imagine that. Imagine that.
Too many babies running around at that point. But I do think overall it's fucking crazy though. Like, I mean, I'm cool with the death penalty for like serial like rapists who like pass around
Hmm.
child pornography and all that type of shit. Like, definitely need a harsh ass penalty for that because that shit kind of got out of hand lately, and I be seeing more and more people like, especially like high officials and shit like that, or teachers, and like they be getting caught up in like weird pornography rings. So definitely put them niggas underneath the
Hmm.
dirt, underneath the ground, 10 feet under, cause fuck them. But like, it starts to get tricky when you start dealing with like younger adults or younger children. Like, it starts getting a little trickier, right? Like, I would never want a 18-year old
Hmm.
who had no malicious intent, to be found, guilty of rape or something like that, or if they were still technically considered a minor, it starts to get a little tricky at certain points, and so I want to see how like it pans out, just because like I've seen too many cases where it's not necessarily cut and dry. It's not necessarily black and white. There's a lot of gray area to a lot of things. So when you start dealing with that, it can be a little more difficult to kind of look at these laws and kind of really get a full gist of it. But the abortion laws is fucking crazy. Like, I know somebody who recently had one, um, and it's just difficult because they essentially, at least from their perspective, right? They essentially make you have a consultation, right?
Yep.
So you'll go there, say you want to do it, blase blase. They'll talk to you first, then they'll make you talk to somebody else,
Hmm.
and then they'll have you schedule it. And it's
Yeah.
like, it's kind of
You have
weird.
to wait. You have to wait 24 hours at least.
Yeah, and sometimes the appointments are so far out that you gotta wait. Um, you essentially gotta wait for like to next time I got an appointment, and that's not really easy these day and age. So it's like it's kind of crazy that when you really like digest how like they're really trying to manipulate, population control, how much. I mean, I think personally, all this is for white women. They just want to stop white women from having babies. I mean, stop white women from not having babies. Essentially, they want that. They want that white lineage to continue. And so,
Crying.
with that, once you stop white women from having the ability to control their own bodies, you stop them from being able to have abortions. You can keep that
Because
white.
they are definitely the ones that have abortions the most.
Yeah, especially now. It's crazy, right? And it's like I give no sympathy towards them because they're definitely accomplices in a lot of different things that's fucked up for the black community. But in the same token, I can compartmentalize and realize, like, damn, for the longest part in their own history, they were subjected to literally doing whatever the fuck the man said. And so I'm pretty sure they finally being able to, not just finally, but they're enjoying, being able to live their best lives now. Whether it's right, it's separating from the white man, it's being able to do what they want freely, make the money they want freely, have their own bank account, have their own lives that's not subjected or not centered around another man. So I definitely understand why they would not want to have kids all the fucking time, but I think it's just obvious that the white man ain't letting that shit happen. Like for too long, at least. Like
Say, fuck no. We're
especially
gonna
when they,
stop this.
yeah. And I think since we was young, everybody always heard like, oh, give it, 10, 15, 20 years, everybody's gonna look mixed and X, Y, and Z, and everybody's gonna look racially ambiguous. And I definitely don't think that bodes well for the white, demographic, especially in this country. When you look up and all of a sudden you go from the majority for 500 years, 400 or 500 plus years, to all of a sudden like being in a minority, it definitely starts looking a little different. Or not even a minority. You might just be even kill type of shit, So I definitely think it's a pull on that. But it's just weird that we use women's bodies as like a political pawn tool. But the weirdest part about it all to me, when I think about this shit, is that women really vote for this shit.
Yes, it's crazy because they're
Like,
looking at it from the baby aspect and like you're killing a child, and I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's
well,
in
I
my
think you're thinking about
body.
it way more less cynically than me. Me personally, I'm thinking it from a standpoint of these motherfuckers just care about their political party. Like,
Yeah.
I think they just don't give a fuck about anybody else, and it suits their need to fucking, you know, gain favor in their own political party. Like these weird ass Republican women, bunch of Karens who fucking like legitimately like don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, they'll push these laws, do X, Y, and Z, but still underneath it all, have deep, emotional trauma and shit like that. So it's very weird that, you got women who legitimately pass these laws and like push these laws to go into like effect. So I definitely think that's just some weirdo shit, some weirdo behavior. But it's not that shocking just because I think as much as, white women have also been, uh, a victim, there's also been a contributor. So it's like,
Hmm.
hey, just like the white man was fucking up the black people, you also was too. So it's like you can only get so much sympathy from me.
Mm.
But on these type of topics, it's just weird as fuck that I don't know. This is weird for me from Florida. It's so I just realize more and more every day that there's two different Floridas. Like every day, I just realized there's two different Floridas. There's the version that I see where I see a lot of different ethnic groups and like a lot of different like a lot of diversity, a lot of camaraderie, all these things, and then it's like we're still somehow a republic, a Republican state. And I'm just like, that's when you start thinking about, oh, well, I don't live in Destin. I don't live in Brandon. I don't live in Sarasota. I don't live in,
Right.
I don't live in Boca. I don't live in Naples. And it's like, you start thinking like, damn, a lot of those little bitty ass towns, those little cities, like they house a lot of people. And so
Yep.
you don't really visit those places because they don't have to quote unquote pop in places. But
Right.
obviously, a lot of places that, you know, have a semblant of a nightlife. They have a semblant of uh, some type of vibe to it, like a Miami, like a Tampa, or an
Mm-hmm.
Orlando, like or Jacksonville, like places like that that have more diversity. They typically don't even like you'll see it up front and personal. I don't really think those type of places, even though they still might be heavy, heavily Republican, even though they might, you just don't feel it sometimes. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's just weird overall when you really think about how many laws that are fucking batshit crazy that Florida passes. It's just kind of mind boggling that we still, you know, do some shit like this, even though it just feels different living here. Like, I feel like now in like 2023, I don't really feel the racism. It's like I used to really feel it, or at least like know it was there. But
Mm-hmm.
it's a different feeling for me overall now in 2023. It's like maybe people just scared. I think they just gotten scared to like really be outright with the racism. But I just think overall that Florida's fucking batshit crazy. But
Yeah, indeed. Indeed. I see we
hopefully,
got some comments.
oh, give me 1 second. These
Let's see what they're saying. I am glowing. Love this. Her.
All right. So, okay. I'm gonna skip over Ashtays.
Oh, you gonna skip over my friend like that?
She's
The
talking about,
disrespect
I
is
don't know,
real.
drink some tea, friend.
No, 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 no. She said, hello.
All right, you go ahead. You can read them.
But, you know,
Go ahead.
I feel like it's going, well, hi, Sydney, first of all. Miss you. Um, she says, I feel like it's going to lead to more illegal or unsafe abortions or more unwanted babies that will suffer. I do agree with that. I
Yeah,
definitely do agree with that.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's some people who gonna be charging underneath the table for that. They're gonna
Yeah.
there's definitely gonna be a market for it. The same way there's a market for BBLs that shouldn't be done here, lip
Mm-hmm.
fillers and fucking veneers and all the other shit. That
Botox and all
yeah,
that
the way that
stuff.
people do shit underneath the table, people gonna do the same thing from, oh yeah, I'm licensed, blah 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 blah. I'm OBGYN. I can help you out with this shit. I can fucking help get the medicine on the low. Like, so it's either gonna be people doing shit where they don't have the same exact equipment, where if something went wrong, you don't know if people really giving you the right
Mm-hmm.
shit. And so, but people gonna take that risk
Right.
because it's either take that risk or be stuck with a fucking baby that you don't want. And it's like, I'll take the
Mm-hmm.
risk for 300. Like, I don't think it's that much of a fucking difficult. And abortion are fucking expensive too. On top of that, already fucking like
They
500.
are.
They're like $500. You split that down the middle. That's 250,
Yep.
250. But one thing I did notice though, if you get the actual for the fucking pill, it's 500. You get that fucking procedure, it's like 600 plus. So be
That's
careful.
crazy.
Be careful. Be safe, and hopefully you find out within, uh, 6 weeks. And somebody said
Mm.
even if placed in foster care or loving adoptions, these kids usually have psychological trauma or abandonment issues. Yep, I just think
Mm-hmm.
overall this is a fucked up cycle. So it's like I think it's usually better to stop it right in its fucking tracks versus like let it elongate and continue on, and all of a sudden there's a long road of fucking depression and fucking traumatic responses that come from this shit. So good job, Meatball Ron. You fucked up again. But you did right with that child abuser thing. Just hopefully I don't take it off to the fucking deep end when it comes to a black kid. Cause I feel like these
Mm.
white kids don't get off. These white kids ain't gonna have to be worried about shit. They're gonna be straight.
Right.
But when it comes to these niggas who get caught up in some type of child
He doesn't have
act
to
or something
link.
like that. What is that?
LB, he's asking for the link.
What is
Well,
man?
I'm sending it to him. You now seeing it?
No.
Uh,
We have a guest speaker coming soon.
I'm crying. Okay, I sent it.
Yeah. Not wait for him to our next topic, but yeah, I just think it's weird. I think it's funny though when I always hear about like other people discuss Florida, they've like cut Florida off from the fucking United States and Florida man and all the other shit, and it's like, damn, living here, it's like you don't really think about it that much until like some dumb shit comes on like the news or something like that, and it's like always from fucking Florida,
Yeah.
and you just like, damn, here we go again.
What What is going on down south anyway? Like, I heard they got an emergency test like at
No, wait, you
4 in
didn't.
the morning.
Wait, I got it.
I didn't.
You
I
didn't get
didn't
that
get
shit?
it. I didn't get
Nigga,
it.
that shit got me yesterday night.
I did not get it.
Yeah, that shit woke me the fuck up at 4 a.m. I'm hopping out
Or
of bed
I
like,
probably I didn't wake up till almost 6 o'clock.
hell
Mm-mm.
no. That shit was up there, man, loud as fuck at 4 a.m. Loud as fuck. I'm talking about, I need to figure out how to turn off my fucking emergency shit like everybody else do because fuck that shit. That shit ruined my sleep. I wanted fucking reparations on my sleep for that shit. That shit was
My
fucking
whole
crazy.
family was talking about it in the chat, and they was like, "Bro, what the fuck? Like this shit really went off." And I was just like, "That sucks for y'all." Like, I didn't go through this.
Like I don't know if it's because like I've been in South Florida a lot lately or what. My phone might have got tagged in some shit, but like my shit went the fuck off last night, and I'm just like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah,
I
no,
thought it was
I
an
didn't. I
Amber
didn't
Alert.
experience this.
I'm like, damn, niggas is kidnapping kids at 4 a.m. Like, what the fuck? I'm thinking like, how the fuck you even get a hold of the kid? I'm
There
mad.
was a kidnapping though, like a few days ago.
Oh, see, I don't know. I went in the
I
country.
got that.
Yeah, I went in the country. I don't have to deal with that part, but nah, I was mad confused. I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you, like, why the fuck would you think, oh yeah, let's schedule it for 4 a.m.? Like, bro,
Like for real, like that's you couldn't
granted,
wait till like
give
7,
me,
8 o'clock,
granted,
or
like,
like
get some people a warning, like, oh, we'll be conducting this, turn this shit off, like, on your phone, that way you're not woken up, or, you know, heads
right,
up,
like
X, Y, and
a
Z.
fair warning would have been nice.
Like, no,
Let me
anything
know
would
in
be nice.
advance.
Like, give me 3 to 5 days to plan for it. If I know it's gonna be loud as fuck, I'm gonna put that shit downstairs, underneath a fucking couch or something, underneath a pillow. Like,
Underneath the cushion.
yeah, facts. Like, don't have this shit happen on a regular motherfucking like on a Wednesday or technically a Thursday
Right.
morning at 4 a.m. We got people got work the next fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, I still knock my ass back
They
out.
just did not care.
No, I
They
definitely still
did
knock
not
my ass.
care.
I knock my ass the fuck right back out. But I will say that shit was fucking annoying. Especially like if you sleep
The
like I
fact,
sleep, like you don't want to knock the
uh-huh.
phone off the bed, so you kind of sleep with the phone next to you and by the pillow, or maybe eating underneath the
Hmm.
pillow a little bit, and that bitch
Oh,
start
so it was
ringing.
right there in your
So
ear.
that bitch ringing in your fucking ear. So I jumped up for real, like,
Oh, mm-mm,
well, like what the fuck is happening? No, that's just some bullshit.
mm-mm.
But
Could
fuck
not have
Florida.
been me.
Overall,
I'm
fuck Florida.
glad mine didn't go off. Let me
Overall,
see.
fuck Florida.
I'm gonna check. Let me check the story to see if anybody commented on the story.
Oh, on the
Yeah.
second about the abortion one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
We had one comment, but all they said was it's trash. Oh gosh, that's funny. I'm sorry. That was funny. Oh, is he hopping on?
I don't think so. So we're gonna continue on. What's the 3 minutes?
All right.
All right. Now this one is pretty funny. Topic number 3: is your mama nervous about the Freaknik documentary? Now I know for a fact my mom did not participate in none of this shit. So thank God she got pregnant early with mad kids. So vacation time was very limited for her. So thank God. I'm glad my mom was born up north, stayed in the Midwest. Love it.
My mom,
Your
I
mom
don't
definitely
know.
went.
Well, I don't,
Your mom
my
definitely went.
mom was. It's not with that. So
Your mom definitely
I'm good over here.
did. Yeah, your mom
No,
definitely
she
went.
did not.
You think
She did not.
she definitely did go. Why? I you better watch that shit
But
closely.
it, honestly, if she did go, turn the fuck up. Fuck it. Fuck it.
When somebody hit you up like, yeah, I think that's how your mom's in there. Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if my dad's in there.
Ah, okay,
I would not be shocked.
okay.
Cause my dad's growing up, my dad was known for dancing and stuff like that. Like he used to
Yeah,
do
they did
dance
so much
competitions
dancing and freaking. You're right. They did so much dancing.
and and like he
What
had
did
a
he
lot of
dance?
females.
He danced with waltz, ballroom. What is he? Fuck you talking about? He like to dance.
No, but like because of that, like he had like a lot of females and whatnot growing up,
That's the reason why he had a
and
lot of females.
so
It was his dance skills.
yeah, yeah, sure. We're gonna blame it on that. We're gonna blame it on that.
Ballroom,
We're
bedroom,
definitely gonna
whatever.
blame it on
Dance is a dance, I guess.
that.
I guess the dance is a
Not
dance.
ballroom bedroom. You're killing me right
I
now.
guess.
Let's see. Oh wow, people shied away from responding to that one.
Cause I'm motherfucking.
I did get one comment. Somebody DM'd me. It was like, "Nope," and I was just like, "Really, nigga?
The
Be
thing
for
about
real."
it is, honestly, I think our parents are literally. I mean, there definitely be people in our age demographic that's gonna have to see their parents on that shit. There's
Mm-hmm.
no there's no way around it. It was literally what early '90s or mid '90s type shit. You know, I think the first one started in like '90s. Like it, the last one was in like '96, I believe. So I'm like, the
Mm.
fact that the last one was like in '96, that's when my little sisters were born. So I know for a fact, like, there's no way of you, like, we're the prime, like, meat and potatoes. Like, our parents are the fucking ones who win. There's literally no way around it. So I know everybody out there thinking like, "Oh, my mom didn't do that. My mom didn't do that. My mom." Alright. Only reason why I know is because my mom, I mean, she was struggling with 7 kids. Like, ain't that much motherfucker. Hey, my grandma ain't babysitting 7 motherfuckers for that long. I'd say that. But
Mm-hmm.
that shit is fucking crazy. And I do think you're going to see a lot of people.
Whose idea was to drop this documentary in the first place?
You know, I think they're trying to expound on something that was happening in a time period. You know, like I do think that rape culture and all those things kind of played a factor into it. And like I think they want to shine a light on the fact that like
Mm-hmm.
what the fuck was happening back then. But at the same token, I think they just want to show that there was a fucking lit ass time period. I think they're gonna do a good job of like, and it's Hulu. I like Hulu originals and Hulu documentaries and things. So I think they'll do a good job
Mm-hmm.
at showing the duality of it, like showing like the good times, when it was lit, the fun, and then slowly showing how like it went from one thing to another. But I think also you'll be able to see how far we've come as far as like a society when it comes to like misogyny, and things of that nature and double standards and things like that. Like even I saw
Mm-hmm.
like the trailer, there was this speaking very cruelly on how, you know, like there was this one clip where a man was discussing how, oh, if you're wearing such and such and such and such, you shouldn't be mad if something ends up happening. Okay, there you go. That'll be easy. Give me 1 second. We're gonna put that man in the green room for a second. I'm gonna get us right. One moment. I'm gonna get us right.
There
What it is,
you
what it is.
go. Why you look like you in somebody's closet?
Bro,
That boy,
trying to find
that boy a
a
SoundCloud
spot.
rapper. That boy a SoundCloud rapper about to go crazy, boy.
I
That
might
boy,
have to connect from my phone. Man.
we can hear
I'm
you
gonna go
perfectly
to.
fine though.
You said
Where
what?
are you?
We can hear you good.
I'm on West Virginia.
Ah, okay.
At least you get to visit all the
Yeah,
countries.
yeah.
I mean, all the states. On West
But
Virginia.
I got a what it's called. I'll be in Orlando Monday. I don't know how long I'll be in Orlando. I'll be in Orlando on Monday though.
Okay. For you just stopping by or like
Oh, I gotta handle some business, but I'll let y'all know definitely how long I'll be there. I'll let y'all know off the air. I'm not gonna say all this stuff on the air. You know,
Let niggas know where I'm staying at, how long, where they can pull up on me.
I'm talking about just put all this on. They can go back, run it back, rewind it. Oh, you said you was gonna be here when?
He said, hey, you never know who he might tell later. Like, might not.
Yeah.
Now I can't say I wasn't in town. Now I can't say I wasn't in town.
We'll say Monday, maybe Tuesday. We'll leave it up in the air.
Oh no, it's gonna be Monday, but I don't know how long I'm gonna be there.
I feel that.
I might just be passing through, or I may chill for a little bit. But of course, y'all will know ahead of time.
I feel that. We were just discussing people's mamas about this Freaknik documentary.
Man, this connection is horrible up here. I'm in the mountains. You said, what was the topic?
We were just talking about like people's mamas with this Freaknik documentary. Like people gonna be. I was saying like.
What a nerve.
I was saying like the first one started early '90s. So I'm like a lot of us, at least our age demographic, like millennials type of shit. Like if you're around like anywhere between literally probably 25 to 33, 34, like you are prime, like you're in the meat and potatoes of your parents definitely went to this shit.
I don't know. Hey, I'm about this thing, the internet here at this hotel is trash.
All right, you can hop back
Why
on.
he had to sing it?
No, but the thing about it is y'all sent the link in partials. She must have sent this from
I didn't
Android.
send it in partials.
No,
I sent it. It's in the chat. It's in the chat. How did I send it from the Android?
You say it's part. It's like half and half. Like half of it went, then the other half came in. Like you hit the space bar.
That is so weird.
Hold on one sec. I gotta.
She can't do
It
nothing.
said there's one on my end.
I gotta.
She can't do nothing right.
Yeah, because it used to you have an Android. All right, I'm resending it in the group so I can call in.
I'm gonna sip my tea. Friend.
Yeah, suck your tea.
Y'all not gonna keep yelling at me.
Their mamas, they're gonna say their mama, their daddy, in this documentary. Okay, can you turn? There we go.
And he's back.
Oh, all right, bet.
Oh, we can hear you.
Oh, you sound different.
And it's still,
Oh no! Ew!
You got crazy.
You look slender out there. Yeah,
yeah.
keep it that way, please. You turned into Slender Man real quick.
Right, Florida man.
But no, that documentary is gonna be crazy because it was so funny because did you already play the video?
Nah, I ain't even at that joint.
Did y'all play the video for it?
Nah.
No.
I bet. So what came to my mind was this. You know, everybody know I'm a little older than y'all, just a tad bit. And I remember being legit watching my brother's videos when he came back. Well, a lot older than your young ass.
Yeah, I know your. Yeah, I know your brother was definitely probably out there.
Back.
No, she was not.
Bruh. So it's like, ladies, I just pray that Jesus be a fence. Jesus be a big fence of privacy because that documentary about to come out.
I saw that too.
Freaknik. Oh. So they showing her pictures. I'm like, oh. Then all these other people, and I went down the rabbit hole and I say, dang, well, they stressing like this. So I really thought about it like, there's going to be some moms, some aunties, some cousins that's going to be on there. But also there's going to be some fathers, some uncles.
Like, it's going to be a big watch party. People are not understanding. This is going to kill the internet when this shit drops. And there's no way around it. Because I'm like, the people who I think are mainly on these social media platforms are the people who grew up, like, you know, from the MySpaces, from the fucking, like, AOL, all that shit, from the Facebooks to Kicks and all. Like, we grew up in all the social media age, so it's like, we the people that's gonna see this fucking documentary, they're gonna see a vast majority of people are gonna see they fucking parents on this shit. There is no way around it. Like, they gonna see their parents on this shit, and they gonna be sick. A lot of motherfuckers gonna be sick.
And I'm gonna call my dad.
You gonna
Like,
realize
hey,
your
pops.
mama ain't Mary Poppins. She got saved again after '96. Yeah, she got saved after you. Like, hey, Jesus love a sinner
That's
now.
the reason.
Jesus love a sinner.
That's the reason she got saved.
And you realize that
Now,
most people
let
who
me ask
got
this
saved,
question
they was
though.
backsliders.
Let me ask you this question though. The documentary is based off 1994 Freaknik, right?
Yeah.
What about the people born in late 94 or early 95 and their mom went to Freaknik? Do that means that they pops gonna ask for a paternity test? Like, hey, you was at Freaknik getting loose. You came back pregnant. Or
Yikes.
Shit.
what about the people that lied? Because
If you
back
went to
then there was
90,
no social media
shit.
like
What if
that.
you went to '93?
But think about it like this. Think about it like this though. There was no social media back then, so you could easily be like, "Oh, I don't fuck with them like that, or I didn't go there, da da da."
Mm-hmm.
And they looking at the documentary and see your
Yo
old
ass.
lady with that boyfriend that she said she broke up with in '93, but in '94 they had Freaknik called up.
This definitely gonna
This shit
cause
would
more
be
harm.
interesting.
It's gonna cause more harm
Wow.
than good. I think it could definitely get like. I don't really want to put this out there. I can see motherfuckers losing their head. Imagine you just chilling, you chilling with your old lady. You just married. You thinking you know everything about her, and then this documentary come out. You got your homeboys hitting you up like, yo. I think I seen your wife. You're like, nah, that ain't her. That ain't her. You put that shit on. You just disgusted. You like you.
Think, think about the feminists. What about like you got a male, one of these feminist supporters, right?
Hmm.
Or one of these lack of a better phrase, simp ass niggas that be like, "Oh, I will never treat a woman that way. You always treat a woman with respect. I always,
And they showing
always
motherfucker
lied on their ass talking
demonizing
about
her.
they was all that because there was no."
No
And now
recording.
you're gonna see their ass in there throwing money at it.
Smacking her.
You know, it's like the truth is gonna come out. It's one thing to say we all, it's like we all got to pass. But for the motherfuckers that act like they was
Hmm.
perfect forever and ever, 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 those are the motherfuckers that's nervous.
Hell yeah, all them Christian folks that like to wanted to reinvent their whole image and wanted to make it seem like they never had a past or they never existed. Like a lot of people gonna be sick. Like I don't know. I think definitely it'll bring light to the fact of like I was telling Vanilla like where we started at as far as how crazy misogyny was to where it is now where it's like a different different vibe, different aura. And I think people really need to see that
My,
because I think overall,
and
people
the
back then
thing
used
I
to be
always said is
wild.
this. I'm always gonna say this. Jesus saves. You get me? Like he saves. It's the fact that you lied about what you did in college.
But
That's what you're scared about.
you can live your truth. Motherfuckers want to hide their truth. Be like, they want to reinvent themselves. That pre-social media era where you could just be whoever the fuck you wanted to be in the next city, that shit don't work no more. Guess what? It's coming back. And there's going to be so much more and more of these type of things where like so much more of these things where like, yeah, 30 years later, shit popped the fuck up. Now guess what? You fucked. It's like,
But but this is the thing that's so crazy though. Like now, yeah, people get wild on social media. Don't get me wrong. But people know social media is everywhere. So they kind of mindful, like, all right, what I'm
they
going to actually
mindful.
do on
Like,
social
yeah.
media. You get me? Like, some girls be like,
Imagine a party where
I
you
ain't
know ain't
doing
no
that.
cameras. Imagine.
Now, you're talking about a time when nobody's going to watch this videotape but you. Read them recaps, like, what the fuck going on here? It made me ready to go to college. Like,
Yeah, niggas
I
couldn't
don't care
wait.
what school I was going to. I was going to college. Football or not, I'm going.
Like, I'm there.
So
Hmm.
but I actually at 14 my brother took me to Black Beach
On Daytona,
in
right?
Daytona.
Heard that was just.
Yeah, he gave me his
I
fake
heard.
he gave me his
I won't be.
college. It was like people was like, oh, we doing this, we doing that. I was like, man, I've been doing this shit since I was 14, bro. This ain't nothing new.
That shit probably light at that
you
point.
know but I don't know, man. My thing is this. I know I'm not gonna see my mama on there. One, because my mama older than y'all mama, so she wasn't around. Now if they did Isley Brothers, documentary or something like that, I might
Please.
be a little nervous. Nah, but
Hey, I had them girls throwing panties, boy. Ryan had them drawers.
well, we watched that documentary on Ronald Isley. I was like, he was a mess. He
that
was a mess.
that
But
man need counseling.
Mm.
But let's get into the last topic
uh,
for today. Oh, she just dropped out. Oh,
I'm the
what's that?
one with fucked up signal.
Wow, that shit has dropped. Okay, well, oh, here she come back in. Okay.
I heard.
I appreciate the disrespect.
You hung up.
I
Yeah.
didn't hang up. It kicked me out.
Yeah, I ain't nothing kicked you out. You kicked yourself out.
Good night.
It's for that. Hey, you introducing topic number 4.
No, we need to read these comments, and I'm not reading them this time. You know I can't English.
You want to read everything.
Well, I can't see, and I just got off the road, so my
He's-
beard look a mess.
I bet I can't see.
I'm looking closer to hell. What the comments at? Let's go.
Oh, back up, back up.
Yeah, 5. What is-
Oh boy, you're back.
Let's see.
So are you participating in 420?
I'm trying to see which one do I want to hit first.
I'm so mad. I was trying to get back to Georgia, so I'm gonna participate in 420 this weekend.
Okay.
This weekend, I'm gonna make up for it. Cause Lord have mercy. Anybody that know me know that's my holiday. Second to my birthday, right before Christmas. That's my holiday.
So
Justin, you
Singing
said-
not from the
Oh, you,
closet.
okay. I can read the small ones.
Oh, you can read the
They're
song.
short.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you feel, Sid. That's how you feel.
Yeah.
Nah,
Coming from the closet with
I
the
had to
flat
find
iron. Remember the flat iron? Wow.
like I literally got to the hotel and had to find somewhere quick to jump on. And I was like, where's light? I didn't have time to set up my light that I got standing there. This shit is literally leaning on the hairdryer. Yeah, thugging it. You know how we do.
Ironing board and all in the background. Yeah.
Hey, finna press them clothes. She talking trash. I'm finna hit her line. I can't even read that. Y'all read out loud.
Simba
Go ahead,
said-
man.
Sent the
said-
OG.
She said, I saw there is already a lawsuit within black professionals, so it won't come out due to people not signing consent to media coverage. It's going to come out. I'm going to
Did-
Nope.
Did she have
So
a-
people fail to realize that you waive right to be filmed in a public place.
Public place. That's what exactly. It was public. This wasn't a club. This wasn't a freaking inside of an establishment. This was on the street. So they're showing motherfuckers just literally having a block party. And that's the thing
Did
about
she have
Yeah.
a comment before that?
And when they run the
What was
videos
her
from
comment before
Luke's
that?
events, all Luke's events are filmed. It's actually a sign on them. Because I used to watch them old Uncle Luke things, and they'd be like that sign that says filming in progress.
She
Man,
also
they can sign
said-
all they want. If they would have shut up, nobody would have never known about this shit. But they talk so
Exactly.
much shit, everybody like, oh snap, I'm finna check it out. Yeah, I'm looking for your auntie. Hey, Miss Parker.
That shit also said, I
crying.
never heard of it until recently, but I saw it in Atlanta, and majority of the people that went were from HBCU, so I don't know how popular it really was stateside. One, I do get what you're saying, but niggas who didn't go to college definitely pulled up for freaking like I would say actually I'm gonna say majority of motherfuckers that were there were not in college. Like you talking about niggas from that hood, niggas from all over the country were flying out to
It's the-
Atlanta. It's Atlanta.
It's the same way.
In
It's
the
the same way
90s.
niggas go to TCC and say they go to FAM. They just was college adjacent.
Yeah, I fuck with TCC. Hey, shout out TCC, man. I think they.
You know what niggas?
I fuck with
TCC
TCC,
be
man.
in
My
the-
boy play ball there. I fuck with TCC. But
They be at TCC all that set Friday. Like, what's up?
they talking about they go to FAM or go to FSU. No, you don't, nigga. No, the fuck you don't. Be lying. That's exactly what niggas do. I mean, how you gonna check? Especially back then. You can see you from any college.
Hey, I won't lie. I was one of those niggas. I went to Full Sail before I went to UCF. So when I was at Full Sail, Full Sail didn't have no women. It was a whole bunch of niggas. So on Wednesday for Black Wednesday, I'd be on UCF campus
I'm dead.
scoping.
Especially
I'm
for
dead.
But
like,
I became a night. It became alum night, so it worked.
bruh, if I fucking wasn't going to college and I pulled up there, I'm telling everybody I went to Howard. I'm telling bitches everything. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a Howard alum. I'm just popping out the freak nigga, just chilling. I live in Atlanta now. Like, you can say whatever. Especially back then, hey, motherfuckers ain't gonna double check. What they gonna do? They can't Google shit. They going off a word.
What they had? Black
Nothing.
Planet didn't come into a certain time.
They had nothing.
Damn, I really show my age. Most
They
of y'all
had.
motherfuckers gonna be
You
like,
talking
Black
about 90?
Planet?
You talking about, especially when that shit started, like 92, like 93, 94. They ain't had nothing. Like, with no social media platform.
Yeah.
So you asked out. You paging the motherfucker. That's what you doing. You paging the motherfucker.
I had a beeper too. Oh,
I had an emergency beeper, which is crazy.
143.
I had an
One, four,
emergency
three.
one.
Oh.
What's crazy is I had one too, but it was to go to school
Have you
because I need to
seen?
call my grandparents.
I used to have this sheet of paper. I had this sheet of paper that had like, but I can't write at the end of beepers. Like I was in the 6th grade with a beeper. Just because ain't nobody was calling me, and then but then I was at that time when it went to 2 ways and 3 ways.
Ah.
The fabulous time, holla back, youngin.
I'm dead.
So what I used to do, I used to steal the 2 ways from people and 3 ways from people and resell them. All you had to do was switch the chips out. Back then, it was just SIM
Two-way
card chips.
pagers. It was going crazy.
Mm.
Dang. I actually want to know, like, how crazy is it to like see you actually are a good, sample size of seeing like how crazy technology has gotten from like the
And
precipice of
that's what
everything
I laugh
to
about,
like
man.
you not even at
Like I'm an '80s baby.
yeah, and it's
I'm a,
like you seen everything. It's like weird as fuck in 2023. Like
whoa, wait, stop! Don't be like y'all seen everything. You seen the dinosaurs,
no,
man.
I'm saying because it happened quick. I'm saying it because like it happened
Oh
quick
yeah,
as fuck. Like it's not like this shit happened like over a
but you want to
span
know
of like
something though?
40 years. But
All my '80s babies will tell you this. They lied to us. They lied to us like a motherfucker. And I promise the 70 babies to say that too. They lied to us like a motherfucker.
said
They
flying
made it
cars
seem
and
like
shit.
when we was growing up, like in the '90s, because I'm mid '80s. So yeah, it was like by 20, everything was like 2010, we're gonna have a flying car. 2000, we're gonna be living in space. Man, Y2K came, niggas in that bitch thinking the world's gonna shut the fuck down.
I remember 2012. Everyone was
Like,
like, "Oh, we're gonna die." I remember '08 was
hey,
supposed
but I
to
have a whole
die.
theory on
I
that. But
remember.
we should do a show on conspiracy theories.
Ooh, that's a good one. Y'all come
We
with a
should
good
do a whole
one.
show on
Ooh,
conspiracy
we
theories.
Y'all come with a
should.
different topic for a conspiracy theory. That would be dope. That would be a dope one. Dang,
That'd be
that's a
We
good one.
should
dope.
do that. We should do conspiracy theory. Hey, society, if y'all have a conspiracy theory that y'all like, send it to us.
Yeah, I like. Yo,
Send
I
it
ain't gonna
to
lie
us, and
though.
we'll put it to the list.
This don't start watching that shit at night when you like been smoking a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I went on a YouTube rabbit hole
Yeah,
one
don't.
time and I was looking outside at the fucking trees thinking Illuminati was about to beat my ass. I was like, yo, I heard something. I swear to God. I swear to God I heard something. Like, don't go down, don't have one of them trips like I did. I'm telling you, this shit is dangerous. Actually, nah, don't do that. Nobody do
Here
it. But
go,
this shit,
May, May I done fucked around and smoke, watching some conspiracy theory YouTube. See, this him.
get the fuck out this shit.
Them niggas coming.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Cause you find one and the motherfuckers be convincing. I ain't gonna lie, the motherfuckers be having
They
that mouth.
do.
They be having that
They really
voice.
do.
And tonight at like
No,
in
I hate
1914,
motherfuckers
in the
that.
shadow of
No, I
go
hate
ahead.
when they whisper. I hate when they whisper. At some time, you see, da-da-da. Nigga, ain't no grown man want another man whisper in his ear. I got my AirPods in.
Mad intimate.
Do you know the Muffin Man? Nigga, get the fuck off it.
Let me go back to some of these more comments. Okay. Anwar said a black beach joint supposed to get done as well. Yep. See, this is.
Hey, if you see me on there, just know I was 14. That's the only one I went to. I was underage. So if you see me with your auntie, shh. she's going to jail because I'm pressing charges.
I'm crying.
Ashley said ill. Then she said she followed
So
with
which one?
LB Easy had that Bluetooth that attached to your ear. I mean, I definitely did too. I mean, I think a
Oh,
lot of
you
people
talking
did.
about the one with the loop?
I think a lot of people
Everybody
did.
had that.
I think a lot of people did. All right, you might be way too young.
The
All
one,
right, how
the
old
one,
is she? That's the problem. Like, how old are you? Gotta be
she
22.
came out with AirPods. I remember the first Apple
She born in '03.
I remember the first iPod came out. It was this thick ass
Yeah,
brick.
that get the classic.
Mm-hmm.
That
The
bitch was like a rotary phone on it.
That classic was OD. You had to. It could hold 1,000 songs. You couldn't tell me shit. I got that for my birthday one. It was my mama's hand me down, but it was my
Bro,
birthday present. It was a hand me down, but it was a birthday present. You feel me,
but you was happy though.
my
Remember, you had to
nigga?
go and
Mm-hmm.
download the music and put it on your Apple. But dog, the thing that was so crazy is when I was able to get one and I got it engraved on the back, and I got
Mm.
LB Easy, so be easy engraved on the back, and that middle button gets stuck. You can't do shit
Oh, you
after that
can't
middle
do
button
shit
gets
after
stuck.
that.
You can't.
You
Oh
already,
yeah,
you
you
trying to
can't.
bang it. You trying to bang it the right way though, so like it pop back out. You trying to hit on the side.
Or when they came out,
You
they
tapping on
came
the
out the
left.
ones that do videos too. So now you download
My
the
nigga,
videos from
the
online,
Nano was that the
from
Nano?
LimeWire and all that.
Was that the Nano that came out with the
Nah,
video
nah.
screen?
No, it was before that. It was before that. Cause the
Right
Nano
before
was
that.
after that when it went
Yeah.
small.
And I ain't gonna
Boy,
lie, them video joints used to be hard though, cause you be like, damn. It's weird what we used to think of what used to be a fat ass back then too. You look at those videos
See,
now,
I'm
you
finna
like
tell
them
you like
girls
this.
were like slender. You used to think like
No,
them girls got
when
the
they had
hugest.
it,
Oh my
no, back
god.
then they had it like Buffy the Body, Melissa Ford,
That's
Kai Toy. Those was real bodies. Not now. Everything recyclable.
a fact. It's crazy. Back then you be like, dang, she cold. And then you look at
What Trick say?
regular
Put a
IG.
good bra on and show off your own. Oh, when Superhead came out, and they was like, she was a video vixen.
Yeah,
Anyways, keep going.
I got mine engraved. You got your iPod Nano engraved. You know about this. She had the
She gotta act
iPod
like she
Mini.
old.
She
The
came out
girl,
with
she
the
took y'all
iPod
ass
Mini.
down.
She came out with the iPod Minis.
She came out. They
She had
were
a
they were
she had
dropping
she had a Zoomy.
iPad Airs.
Not a zombie.
She had
Oh
a
my
Zoomy.
god.
Whoa,
Yo, I wanted
wasn't that
one
by
so
like
bad.
Microsoft or something?
Hey, I wanted one so bad too. It's the crazy part. I wanted one so bad, but I was like, nah, I ain't getting you that. I care about you too much. I ain't gonna give you that.
Nah. See, I'm from the generation of the Nextel chirps. We hear that chirp chirp.
Mm.
What? And you got
See,
the gray one that flip up when you hit the button. See,
even before
I,
then, I feel like I'm
yeah,
with the.
all fun and game until that chat go off in the middle of class.
See,
Hey, bro, you got a zip?
I think I'm the first one with the motherfucking.
Not gigapets.
I think I'm the first. I had the U.S. Cellular joint. That's not even a company no more. I had the U.S. Cellular flip phone. That's my joint. Like, yo, with the
I never,
family plan,
bro.
you couldn't text on that joint, or it cost
Nah, I'm
25
gonna
cents a
tell you some
text.
shit. When I was a freshman, right,
I used to hate
I
that.
had my people and all that shit. But when I was a freshman in high school, I'm finna put y'all. Oh, my mama said, all right. She gave me her Nextel, not Nextel, her Nokia, the one with Snake and all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I ran the bill up because back then it was free nights and weekends, so free after 7 on the weekends. So y'all know
Facts.
about that. But I ran it up, and text messages were like 25 cents a message, 10
Mm-hmm.
cents a message, something like that. So I ran the bill up. So my mom say, "No, I'm gonna get you a prepaid phone." She got me this prepaid Motorola
That's hard.
that literally took 4 AA batteries.
Oh hell no, that's wild. That shit must have been a brick.
I went I went to the West, bro. I went to the West, Miami Northwestern. I
Mm-hmm.
got clowned,
Oh,
bro.
so this is the
It was
last
like,
time
bro,
I'm
we
bringing
just
this
gonna have to
shit.
fight, bro. We just gonna have to fight. We just gonna have to fight, bro. I told my mom, you want me to fight every day? That's all you want me to do. Cool, cool. Say less.
We can spit it every
Yeah.
day. All right, look at these comments. Okay, Cindy said, "I remember when we all had Gigapets and Game Boys." I remember that. It was a good time. And
Man,
like
them
she
Gigapets
said,
gigapets used to always
and Game
die.
Boy.
I used
Mayhem
I,
always hating on me, man. Now you just legit. It's
Mine's
fine.
always died. I
You just legit. So
all
was
my
like, I'm never
gigapets
owning a
died.
pet. This is trash.
that shit's hard. All right, last
And now
topic. It's
you got
already up here
6
too. The funniest part
cats.
is I've been trying to transition to this next topic, but we got caught up on some other shit. All right, last topic of the day: should divorce equal half of everything? Fuck no. And that goes for both sides.
Hell
Yeah.
nah. To the no, no,
Like I
no.
honestly don't have an explanation
I
or a
think you only
reasoning.
deserve half of what you helped build.
But see, I don't even know 'cause how you even
You
quantify
only deserve
what you
half
help
of what you
build.
helped build or help make.
But how do you even quantify that? Like, how much?
Because it's not that you was there. No, 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 no. Wait, stop, stop, stop. No, no, no. See, this is the thing. Because when women hear that, they be like, well, I was there. No, bitch. Mm-mm. The flies on the wall was here too. They don't get half. I'm talking about if we was business partners.
Mm.
You get me? We started a real estate firm
You put
together.
some
We
money
started a
down.
business together. We did that. That's when you deserve half. You get me? You put in money, work. Not, I was your support system. And you also helped me spend all this shit. So
Support system,
let's be
boy.
real. Um,
That's a tricky word right there.
like
Support
they
system.
all like people look at and the sad part about it is some people look at marriage as a retirement plan, and
To some extent,
that's why that half thing. And I say this, fellas,
we are bike.
and we're back. But
Definitely.
yeah, like nah, you just gotta,
See, weird, weird
protect
things
yourself
keep
because if something
happening. I'm
happens,
getting kicked off. The live is stopping.
yeah, nah, your internet just trash. Uh,
Ah,
but nah, I just say protect yourself, get yourself in order, make sure everything good. So if something happened, we can walk out of this thing without ill will. You didn't want to be
Yeah,
here, cool.
I
Or
don't get why
you
people get
think that you
mad.
need to move on, or you outgrown.
But I don't get why people get mad about prenups. I don't think they're like a negative. I, I don't get why people are mad about it. You're mad about a potential us not working out. If we don't work out, then we didn't work out. So why does it matter? But like, I don't
And
know.
then,
I
but the
think people's
person
odd.
that's mad about it is the person that brings the least financial.
That's usually true.
You notice that the
mhm.
person that brings something is never like, you know what, it's straight, it's just money.
Or the person who's
Hell
confident in
no,
a relationship.
because they know what it took to work there.
True.
You get me? And then they be like, oh, well, you're planning for failure. Well, you got car insurance,
Health insurance.
you got life insurance,
Like,
so health insurance. So, and those are literally for when something happens. Life insurance, you're gonna die. It is what it is.
yeah.
But car insurance, health insurance is just in case. They don't say, all right, you didn't use it, so I'm gonna give you your money back. No.
Mhm.
But if something happens, we're a-okay. And
We're
that's all
protected.
this
Yeah.
is.
We're good to go.
And why not protect your assets? Especially if you're y'all know, people that know me knows that what I'm doing. You get me? I'm working to build something. I'm handling business. You think for a motherfucker that wasn't literally out here with me in these streets, I'm too small, mommy. I'm sorry. You know what? Maybe I'm meant to be single for the rest of my life.
Let me ask you this though,
But
right? Let's
a
say
majority of
I was gonna say though,
go ahead.
let's say you you signed a prenup, she signed it too. Y'all split, would you still break her off something? If you wanted her to be a stay-at-home wife type shit?
No, that's what I said. My prenup will include stipulations: 5 year, 10 year, 20 year. So if you last 5 years, you'll get this amount.
That's true. I feel
10
that.
years, you get this. 20 years, you get that. And as it grows, it's not just money. It may be property that you actually get. It may
Yeah.
be,
Just the
but
assets that
the
might
thing
come
about it
across
is
though.
this. So then you got women that say, and I listen to true crime all the time. So you got someone be like, all right, cool. Well, shit, what if you die? Well, sorry, everything's in a trust.
Mm.
So if I die,
They go to either a
only
kid
person
or
that benefit
yeah,
is the kids, and the kids can't access until
the
25.
yeah.
So
Oh, you gonna make it
Mm.
25? Oh, you wildin'.
Oh yeah, yeah,
when they away from
25,
their when they away from their
25.
mama, when they away from their mama.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
She ain't
yeah,
touching none of
yeah,
that
yeah,
show. I feel
25.
that she ain't touching none of that
So
bread.
and all and I really had to think this through, like how to make sure everything. So I make sure the bills are paid, to make sure everything's paid and all that stuff. But you can't. At the end of the day, my pops always told me this: if you have somebody in your life, they're entitled to the life that you provide or your vibe, your energy, because they're with you.
Mm-hmm.
Once they decide to leave,
They're not entitled to that no more.
why still allow them to be entitled access? And that's just not money. That's just your energy, your
Energy,
vibe, your
yeah.
personality, the
Mm-hmm.
positivity you bring. So you know how they say cut somebody off. If you want to leave, that's fine. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm never gonna beg somebody to stay. Any woman that has ever dated me and we broke up and you said I need to go on by myself or I'm no longer happy. Have I ever begged you to stay? We can say it in English. No. We can say it in Spanish. No. We can say it in baby. Okay. So, and it's just that if you want to go, you can go. But what the access you had while you were here stays here. Now
Mm-hmm.
we're married, we have kids and things like that. Those stipulations need to be in place. 'Cause I want to make sure my kids always have, you the mother of my child. But there's stipulations to that: 5 year, 10 year, 20 year. Because if you make it 20 years, baby girl, you ran the gauntlet.
Yeah, you
You
gonna get
still
some.
want to go?
You getting that 50. You might get that 50. You hit
Oh
you
no,
hit
no, no,
20.
no.
What
There,
you gonna get
there's never
40?
50. No, but it's not about a percentage. That's the thing you got to
You gonna be
realize. Not about
70 years old
percentage.
talking about nah, not my baby girl.
No, it's not
Nah.
about a percentage. What you got to realize is people think about monetary, like the physical
Yeah,
monetary. The
it's
real
really
money
property.
comes from
Yeah.
property, investments, and things like that. So when you
Mm-hmm.
get to a point, you got access to that. What I want to build is to have it that she gains access to those things over time. So now she's solidified. I'm always gonna make sure if I have children, they're taken care of. But
Mm.
yeah, if I marry a woman in 3 years, she want to leave, but you want to leave. But you've been here for 5 years, you get this. 10 years, you get that. 20 years, you got that. She's going to be good.
Yeah, there's a shit that's still working it
But
out.
people
Not
fail to
just
realize
I'm just walking away.
these are done together. I don't make this shit up and then just tell you to sign. We talk
Yeah.
about this
Right.
stuff and work out this stuff that we both agree.
What you feel
Baby, you
comfortable
signed into the
with?
league, baby.
All right. So since said no, I agree with prenups. Um, that's good. Ashley said hell to the nah.
Whoops.
As
What Fly
far, I
say?
think she's saying as far as to the
What Fly
question.
say? Fly say, this the contract. My pussy.
Two three nine like it.
Fly say this, my pussy.
Ashley said
Mm.
connection trash like your English. I think that's to you, Vanilla. And then
Kiss my ass.
she said a prenup saved Tia Mowry. I don't act like Corey ain't out there getting bread now from All American. Relax. Relax. Like my brand ain't got his own bread now. All right, let's not do that.
Now, yes, she protect herself, but let's see here.
Man, they need her bread.
That's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother topic. You know what?
Yeah,
You
don't try
right.
him.
You right.
Don't try him like that.
Our prenups
Don't
work both
try.
ways. You prenups work both ways.
They definitely do. Hey, I'm sure you want a prenup. Go crazy. But I also think it's a lack of like your own self worth if you feel like you gotta fight for somebody else's bread. Like you a sick motherfucker. Now I get if they forced you to be in like a position where they wanted you to be financially dependent on them. They
Stop
wanted you to
working
be stop working. Now I get
or
hey
stay at
fight
home.
yeah fight for that bread. No. He set you up for failure. Fuck that man. But like
Now, this is the thing, though. What a lot of people don't realize is this: you're not entitled to benefits until you're married for at least 10 years. So these people that get married and divorced in 8 years, bitch, you should have waited 2 more years because now you can't
Mm.
get none of those benefits. You have to be married for 10 years. Now, if a man like myself, I want my wife not to have to work. Now, if she wants to work, hey, work. You already know my rule. Just don't give me your last. But if you decide not to, Of course, I need to make sure that you're taken care of, but you got to put in the time to get the dime. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. You can't come in for a year and say, "All right, I made it." This not how we do. That's not how we do, and that's not how it's gonna go.
We start at go.
And
We at go right now. This is Monopoly board. We at go. We ain't make it even
Mm.
we ain't make it to jail
you
yet.
got to build. You got to build, and it's that simple. Because what they say about gambling: the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward.
hmm Yeah, you take a
Somebody said something that was so crazy.
go ahead.
My bad. What's that?
No, I was agreeing.
Yeah, and then a lot of times, and I'm not just talking about women. I'm talking about men too. Good looks get a lot of people into places that hard work didn't have to work. They didn't have to be there. So you got pretty women that get in with rich guys. You got handsome men that get in with rich women. You get me? They haven't had to put in as much work to get there, but their looks got them able to skip the line, which is fine. But now you got to put in some kind of time. You don't have to put in the work, but now you have to put in the time. Motherfuckers just be like, well, no, I'm bored. That's just me.
Sentley
That's just me.
said a relationship or marriage will never be 50-50 no matter what. One will always do more, whether it's financially or at home.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you shouldn't look at a percentage. Just play your part. Whatever your role is in your
Mm-hmm.
relationship, play your part.
The percentage get tricky.
You get me?
Why you been so quiet, Vanilla?
Yeah.
You agree with it? Disagree?
I agree that a relationship is never 50-50, but I do believe that, if you're playing your part and you're playing your role, then you're doing it at 100%, then there should be no issue, personally. I don't agree that a divorce is half and half. Like, I believe you should get what you walked in to this relationship with. That's what you should leave with. If we build something together, then okay, yeah, that's different. But nah, yeah, no,
Came
you're
in
not
break,
taking what was
you
mine.
come
You're
in
not
broke, you
taking what's
leave
mine.
broke.
Exactly.
Hey, that means you're a bad teacher.
Exactly.
If they leaving broke, you're a bad teacher.
If
Nah, maybe
every
they
if
just was a bad
if
student.
if they didn't contribute and I end up building stuff and they not building with me, that's mine.
Let me put it like this. Anybody around me has become a hustler in their own route, right? Anybody that's been in my circle has been a hustler in their own route, right? And I'm not saying that I give that to them, but I play my part in my friend circles. I
hmm
play my part of being someone that, just like my friends help me push myself and make me reevaluate, all right, I can do this, I can do that. I do my part.
That's
So
dope.
if you're my lady and you're around me
You
and
should
you're not
naturally pick
picking
up
that
on
up, you get me? Like, that's the thing people fail to realize. They think a job, they think a career, they think a business. Why not start a foundation? Why not start
Hmm.
something to help others? What is something you love to do and how can you make money from it? That's rule number one. That's rule number one. And if you got a husband, like if I'm your husband, that's going to be your financial backing for you to get that off the ground. Now you don't got to go get no loans. You don't got to get none of that. You get me?
Hmm.
But all I ask is that you don't give me your last. If you waited all that time and you just thought, now, if your plan was just to live off my money, that's
Good
fine.
luck.
But when you decide to go,
You're leaving with nothing. Baby girl, you're leaving with nothing. So Silly said, I do think it's wrong if a man tells a woman not to work and then takes everything and she's left with nothing while she did everything, including raise the kids. Completely agree, and I'm assuming that Ashtay does agree as well. So, I mean, yeah, I agree.
yeah,
Come what you leave with.
you told her to stay home and now you want to send her away with nothing. Nah, that's wrong.
He's a fuck
That's wrong.
nigga.
That's
Your
messed
kids
up.
gonna starve,
Look,
nigga.
Hmm.
now, if she decide to leave, that's on her.
That's on her. Hey, she better have her plan. She was stacking your money on the side,
And I'm not. And
nigga.
before y'all start going in the comments talking about something, well, what if he did this? I'm not talking about if he's out here being abusive and lying and
Facts.
cheating.
Yeah. You
I'm
should
talking
leave.
about simply
You just wanted to
you
leave.
saying I'm bored. I'm no longer happy. And it's not that he's changed, but things that you normally was okay with, now you're not okay with no more because your friends say, girl, I don't know how you can do that. Okay. Well, them same friends that talked you out of that relationship, ask them to help pay them bills. Ask them to see if you can sleep on their couch. You can leave, but the house stays here.
And on that note, we will end tonight's show. That's a profound words from LBE.
Boy, I already know my phone about to buzz. Oh, that's how you feel? Yes, that's how I feel. Yes, let's go ahead and
I
bypass all the
stand on
text
that.
messages. Yes,
Stand on that.
yes,
Mm.
Love it. Well, my name is Mayhem.
from the hotel room.
From the closet.
Yo, go ahead, introduce. Y'all got yourselves.
Oh,
We need your classic closeout, LB. We need your classic closeout.
Man, I got a duffel bag. I'm gonna be here for a couple hours. I'm gone.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well,
But
close us out.
I'll go ahead and
ahead.
close us out. I'll go ahead and. Whew, haven't done this in a minute. First off, appreciate y'all tuning in. I said this off air, but I like to say it on air. I appreciate Vanilla Mayhem for holding it down, as well as Alicia for holding it down while I'm getting some stuff in order. But yeah, I appreciate the Five Society, everybody for tuning in each week, and you already know what it is. I go by the name LB Easy, aka Passport Poppy, here with my brother Mayhem, the beautiful Vanilla, and this was Five Society.
Yeah, babe.